Hello guys, so if you're having a wonderful day, if not, sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Now today guys, we've got another Duel Links discussion video, and in today's video we're going over a topic I was going to save talking about until September, but I realized during my Twitch stream Konami are probably going to announce the new world details this Sunday, so I got a speedrun making this video. You already know what's going down. Regardless, drop a like on this video if you enjoy it, comment down below as well if you are hyped for what's to come, and what are your current predictions of our new world. Now let's get into this. What are my predictions or wish lists for this new world that we're getting? Let's start off with a really easy and simple one. Something I've talked about a few times in my streams, introducing rituals for Rush Duel. Now, the introduction of Go Rush World brought us fusion support for Rush Duel. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but ritual summons were introduced in the Go Rush anime. So, as of right now, there isn't really a completely new and separate world Konami can add. So, most likely, we'll have to do another world revamp and update, which is fine because the revamp and update for Duel Monsters world was really good. I personally really enjoyed the new update, and not only that, one thing Konami has done excellently with the Duel Monsters content is make all of it usable. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, every character they've added had something to offer. Rebecca had a strong FTK, and she introduced the Dragon combo deck. Serenity had the Joan skill, if that's how you say it, Joan, which led to some spicy Kogable decks. Noah gave us a budget-friendly and almost free top-tier competitive deck. Shino Birds were going crazy for a few months in the meta. Princess Mokuba gave us the Adina skill, which has been used in so many decks, as well as buffed many decks like Thunder Dragons, Punk, Orcus, Dinos, Virtual World, and many more. To this day, that skill is still being used. Taya Gardner, but you forgot she had an alt style. She gave us a bit of a mid skill, but actually was made usable with Orcus for a little small period. Odeon's skill was proven to be really fun. I enjoyed this one the most, allowing different decks to utilize it like Eldritch Orcus, Gimmick Puppet Locks, Altergeist, and more recently Labyrinth have been utilizing the skill. And eventually the Blue Eyes skill they gave to Kaiba on day one actually became pretty good as we got stronger Blue Eyes support. And even before that, people were using the Draw 2 effect with decks like Dinos. Alistair also gave us a cool machine deck, and honestly, if it came out any time earlier, I think it would have been even more amazing than it was, and definitely would have been on the tier list as well, because that deck was super fun. But you know, tier 0 Therion happened. Now, why am I listing these examples? Well, most likely there are going to be a few people who are a bit doom and gloom with what's to come, and they're not sure, and they might be negative. They might be like, oh, we got nothing for the Duel Monsters, Orichalcos update. To be honest, in terms of decks and content and skills for the characters, they've all been usable. The only unfortunate thing is there's been too many alt styles, too many. We haven't had much new Duel Monsters characters, but this I will touch on on a different video. But not only that, there is a huge chance Konami will obviously do the same, but with Rush Duels now, as it's now part of the game, buffing a good amount of the current decks with new skills. Not only that, UDS Ritual Summon against Otes. Now, a few months back, there were data mine leaks on a character ID for Otes. Now, there is a chance Otes will be the new unlockable character in October to give us and introduce to us ritual monsters. It makes sense too, as not only was he involved in a duel where a ritual summon was used against him, he also plays legend archetypes that have ritual monsters connected to them, being Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. Not only that, again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I am sure he was like the first duelist Yugioh dueled against in Sevens, so he has a big connection to like both the characters in both animes. I'm pretty sure he's like the face of Gohan. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but like he's there when it's the GR festival, right? So I think having him there as the character is just perfect to introduce a new world, a new update to Duel Links, a new ritual, summoning method. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it does make sense, like, having him there in, like, the Duel Links canon storyline for Rush, right? He's the guy that comes in as, like, I have a new summoning method for you guys, or whatever. And, like, for every new world, we get promo prismatic cards, right? Maybe with him, because of the Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, we might get their ritual monsters as the free promo cards, right? Anyway, I'm not the biggest Rush Duel fan. However, I was invested in the Go Rush World update because fusions were being brought in. And they marketed it really well, giving us a Cyber Dragon deck, a Hero Structure deck too. Now, for a while, I've been asking for a meta-relevant ritual deck and pendulum deck for speed duels. Obviously, we had Shino Birds, but outside of that, not much. So having rituals be good, let alone useful in Rush, would definitely get some players hyped, as well as having them try out the format as well, like I did, and how other players tried out the format when the free Gaia Fusion deck was given to us. There's also been OCG ritual support releasing in October for the Dimension Linker archetype. Now, if you guys forgot about Dimension Linker, she was given to us as a free card for the 9-year anniversary. Is this support a random coincidence, or is our Duel Links exclusive mascot having Duel Links referenced cards coming out to have advertised rituals and push them even more in Duel Links. It wouldn't surprise me if also in Japan they offered like promos with these packs and stuff like that. It does look like it's all connecting in that department, so it does seem like it's very likely. And you know what? It all makes sense too when you really think about it, because this year is technically year of the ritual summons. We've got a new Duel Monsters Orichalcos update, Duel Monsters being the anime to have rituals as its summoning method. We've got a bunch of ritual decks as well throughout this new update to life cycle. We've got Shino Birds, New Veils, Drytron, and even a Blue Eyes monster which boosts the deck's power. This genuinely could be the pattern and a clue given by Konami. So yeah, we could actually get a ritual update as well for Rush Duels. Regardless, I'm fine with this being the update, but there is another update we can talk about and I've been thinking about and kind of caught on to for the last couple of months, and I think a lot of people would actually want to. A GX World revamp update. Now before we get into this, let's give it a name to keep it simple: the Night Shroud update, as he was the final villain and the main villain in Season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Now currently GX World is facing a similar situation that Duel Monsters World was facing. No new characters added for a long time, despite there being a good amount they can still add, as well as nothing much for support other than the main characters just getting a skill every year, right? Now, was the lack of characters a strategy to release them in a future update? Maybe. We still have the rest of Doma for Duel Monsters and probably some other characters too. GX can still have some characters come to the game like Adrian Gecko, Jessie Bell, Professor Viper, Fujiwara, Atticus, and Night Shroud / Darkness. Listen, what also backs this idea up is we've had some character ID leaks for alt styles, one of them being a Jaden and New Bell. This makes absolutely zero sense when you look at it, but think about it. At the start of Season 4, Jaden had a new partner being New Bell who helped him out throughout the season. I reckon this Jaden All-Star will be the new Jaden for the GX update, similar to how they gave us a new Yami Yugi and Septicaba. And when you think about it, when he came back, he had the new spirit with him. You can connect this with the Duel Links, storyline, have him there, where am I, where have I been, and he's now with the spirit Yubel. It is Jaden Yubel, but the Yubel next to him is now in spirit form. Now I personally dislike All-Stars, but again, like I said, that's a story for a whole other video. But do you see where I'm going with this? Around last year, there was a leak of cards too. I wish I still have the screenshot or the link for it, but off the top of my head, I remember there being a leak and I saw Volcanics, Dark Crystal Beast, Evil Heroes. We have not gotten a single card from these leaks, by the way. Not one. Now, it could have been a Master Jewel data mine for all we know, but I personally doubt it. It really did look like Duel Links content. Not only that, we've also had the rest of Fujiwara's deck printed not too long ago, and I think Darkness had like a fusion monster or like maybe some cards that he used in the anime printed. So in all fairness, it is a huge possibility for this to be the case. The last character we got was Jim Crocodile Cook back in 2022. The world needs something new desperately, and these monkeys at Konami literally could have given us Atticus Rhodes on multiple occasions, especially whenever they gave us new radar support, but they didn't. But maybe they are holding on to him for this update, because think about it as well. He was possessed by Night Shroud. He was the evil, he could be the first new unlockable character in October. It's a big possibility, fellas, especially as he was the first one to be possessed. So who knows? They may go off of this storyline for Duel Links, and I'll be honest, this as an update would be sick. Like, they could do a lot with it. GX's dark storyline from Season 3 onwards made the anime so much more enjoyable, Season 4 of Duel Monsters was my favorite. Like, the Doma arc the Orichalcos arc was insane. It was so good. So there's a lot of cool stuff they could do, really and truly, and they can bring in a lot of the new GX cards, like the new Evil Heroes, the Arcanus support. And again, you can put some alt styles for people like Sartorius, because he was in Season 4. He dueled against Jaden. Interesting duel that was too. So yeah, there's a lot we can have here. And not to mention, last year was the 20-year anniversary for the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX anime, so it's all up in the air, guys, honestly. Now, if you want to know what I want, honestly, I'm fine with both of these updates. I think both have huge potential to be really fun. The only issue is Konami, they're so lazy with their monthly updates. I feel like they need to give more content, let alone give us new stuff. Cool, but there needs to be a lot of stuff to do in the game. You need to get players active. You need to get players wanting to play the game and try out the new stuff. But honestly, I just want to see less alt styles. That's the main thing with these new updates. Like, give us new characters. They have plenty. They have plenty. I didn't like them when they first arrived. I definitely don't like the alt styles now, but I'll make a separate video going over that, and it'll definitely be a retrospective like the FTK video. I know a lot of you guys enjoy that, so definitely do it again. But who knows, we may even get a world update for Arc 5, seeing as they aren't giving any new characters to that world. Yeah, let's think about it. I've spotted the patterns. They did this with Duel Monsters. It looks like, GX is fading away. There's no updates for it. Arc 5 haven't really received much, and there's still loads of characters to add to the world. That anime had the biggest character roster, so it's a weird one that somehow we haven't got any Season 2 characters or legacy characters patches at the very least for that world. So they may be planning to do that. We don't know. They even could give us a Chronicle world update. And I'll be honest, out of everything I've said in this video, that's probably what's going to happen. You know why? Because it's the most stupid and illogical decision they can make. And they'll probably do it, honestly. Especially with all these Chronicle episodes. That also could happen as well. And it would be the worst decision they can make. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts in a comment, as August and September is usually an exciting and very interesting time of year for Duel Links, as there's so much speculation going on. There's a lot of new stuff, a lot of leaks. It's fun, man. It's fun. Listen, drop a like if you enjoyed. Follow the Twitch as I stream Duel Links content over there. And subscribe and support the YouTube channel too, as, you know, we're trying to hit YouTube partner. Also, post-edit Soda here. I just realized while making this video, Otes can actually be for Sevens and Rush World. He might actually be the guy that just basically transcends both worlds, if that makes sense. Like, it might not just be a Go Rush update, it might be for both worlds, and both Sevens and Go Rush World get a huge update. It might be 2-in-1, guys. I forgot to mention that. I just realized while making this video. Very exciting times. But yeah, anyway, back to the outro. Drop a like, subscribe, trying to push and hit YouTube partner. All my socials are linked in the description, as well as a playlist filled with Yu-Gi-Oh discussion videos that you might like. I love you all, stay safe, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.